That's my early morning view from my tent. I'm still in my sleeping bag. That's looking toward Brandenburg Mountain. Well, that was my camp spot for last night. The sun's about to clear the mountains, look. I'm camping well off trail here. I'll explain why later. There's a telephone cable, look. But the sun's just hitting the Brandenburg Mountain there. And I'm about to set off for the trailhead. Right, I'm at the trailhead. And the reason I went half a mile up that road there to my left, because of that sign there. I actually walked 3 miles from Brandenburg campsite, and every 50 yards or so there were big signs saying no trespassing, private property, blah blah blah. So I thought, well, I'll camp at the trailhead. And then when I got here I saw that, which is why I went half a mile further on and just went into the wilderness. So let's have a look. Well, my first creek crossing of the day. My hands are really cold, so I'm guessing my feet are going to be even colder soon. Oh God. Yeah, that's a lot colder than the superstitions. Oh Jesus Christ, that's a bit whippy as well. I don't think I'll be videoing much of these. That is fast. That was fast. I need both hands on the rest of them. I've just crossed that creek there, but just look how high this creek gets in flood season. Look at that round the damn trees. This is, man, you won't want to, well, you couldn't get through here in flood season. That is a fact. Well, good morning again. I've just stopped for a quick snack. I'm only about 3 miles and it's 9:30. But I'm really enjoying it so far. I hope you are. It's really different. It is what I expected. And thankfully so far the water's not been above my knees, which is what was worrying me. I thought I'd maybe get halfway along and have to turn around and go back. But so far so good. A bit more about the canyon. The canyon, I've already said, permit only. I booked mine literally in December, 91 days before my start date, which was why I was on a bit of a time scale. It's 10 mile long. You're pretty much following Aravaipa Creek, as you've seen. I must have crossed it at least 30 times, maybe even 40 times already. It's not that cold now, but there is no trail. This is a designated wilderness area. You pretty much make your own path, basically, the path of least resistance. I mean, which is how it should be, if I'm honest. There's a few times I've gone down, bush beat my way through somewhere and come to an absolute no way. I've had to turn around and go back, but I'm enjoying it all the same. So I hope you are as well. If you are, well, we'll see some more after I've had a snack. Right, I've literally just sat down on this log right at that end, and it started to bounce. I thought, oh, I'll sit down in the middle. So I've sat down in the middle, and I've been here 5 or 10 minutes. I'm just looking at my route to get out. I've got about 4 miles left, and my legs start to tickle. So I've scratched it a couple of times. Just, you do. And then third time I scratched it, I looked and there's a bloody ant on my nail. Just look at this twat. I was sat there. There must be an ant's nest in this log, and as I've sat down, obviously I've bloody disturbed them, and I'm sat here all looking at my phone, looking at my maps, and these buggers are all over my bum. Oh God. Sorry guys. The canyon's really starting to open up now. Getting wider. Good camp spot there, look. There's the creek down there. It's definitely opening up now, look. Just making my way best I can through all these cottonwoods. Still no trail. Sign of things to come. Can you imagine what can create such an enormous flash flood? We can't get our heads around. We don't have anything like this in England. Look at that, that's the creek down there, look. As it is now, and that's fast flowing at the minute because we've had thunderstorms and a load of snow this winter. But just look at this. Right up here, look, that's what water's left that there. Can you imagine the size of the river that brought all this lot down? Look at that thing. I've finally arrived at my turn-off point. This is Turkey Creek. If I was going to do the regular route, I would carry on heading east. And that goes on for maybe another mile or so, and then it picks up a dirt road, and it's pretty much dirt road walking all the way into Klondike. So there is a southern alternative, which I'm going to take. It adds a good few miles, but it looks a lot more interesting. Basically, I'm following this creek here, Turkey Creek, south, and then up and over some open land, and that's really what I fancy doing rather than following a road. Well, Turkey Creek is very much like Aravaipa Canyon. This creek actually feeds Aravaipa Creek. The cliffs are a little bit lower, a little bit smaller, and they're different in one other very large way. I'm following a dirt track road. I'm following this for a couple of miles, which is so easy. Right, finally back on some sort of trail. The 2 tracks finished just back there. This is the start of the southern alternate, really. So let's see how this goes. Well, the trail quickly became no trail whatsoever. But I know where I'm going. I've got to go down there, look, and then I'm hanging off to the right somewhere, probably at that butte. Be following a bit of a canyon down there. I think it's quicker just to follow this creek than try and find the damn this trail. So I just don't think there is one. I'll just follow this. I think this creek's usually dry. Like I say, Arizona had a really wet winter. Lots of snow and thunderstorms. Everywhere's way wetter than what it usually is. So I'm just going to follow this creek and see how far it can get me. Look at the size of these trees here. I'm absolutely sure these are Arizona sycamores. The reason I'm saying that, when I was doing my research, I came across these and they just reminded me of London plains. You know what we get back home in town centres? Just remind me of them. Now, I've been seeing these for about maybe 2 miles and I've been really suspicious, but that's the clearest one I've seen so far, and I'm absolutely certain that's mountain lion. There's no dogs up here. We're way back country. Like I say, I've seen quite a few. Looks like I'm tracking one. There were 2 paws together back there when I jumped down off a rock, and it looked like the lion had done the same thing, jumped down on 2 paws at either side of each other. But it was a bit too indistinct to be absolutely sure, but I'm sure now. Now do you believe me? Look at the size of that damn thing. Again, it's jumped down off the bank, look, 2 paws. And I'm guessing all this fussed up stuff here, it's probably its back legs. Right, I've got some bouldering to do now, and these are big boulders. I've got to find a way up there, and I think that's it there, through that little gap. Let's have a look. I can't film it all should I say, because I need 2 hands. That's where I've just come from, up here, clambered up onto this, and now I'm heading down there and see how far I've got to go to get out. Right, let's have a look across here. I'll try and do this with one hand. I might have to turn back, but daylight, brother. Well, that was fun. Short-lived that it was. These are some boulders. Look at them. Yeah. Yeah, enjoyed that. I made it up onto the ridge. Great views. Well, good morning. The dawn of another day. It's a bit windy up here. It's about just before 6. I just thought I'd do a quick photo vid just to show you what I actually kept last night. That's what I kept. Look, there's nowhere up here could I get a tent in. It was just too stony, too rocky. So I cowboy camped there. Slept quite well actually. The wind's only got up in the last hour. I did get woken up again by some coyotes, but other than that I slept fine. I shall catch you in a bit. Okay, time for a quick update. I don't usually like walking and talking to the camera, but there's no way to say it. I'm about 4 miles out of Klondike, which is where I'm staying the night. Now Klondike's a tiny place. You try finding it on Google Maps, Klondike with a Y in Arizona. You'll see where I'm heading. Basically it's a grocery store and it only opens 4 days a week because there's just not enough traffic. It keeps the local ranchers supplied. Now the owners of the grocery store, Beth and Dave, I reached out to them. I explained this was about Christmas time. I explained that I'm a thru-hiker from the UK. I'm going to be just to give you a little bit of backstory, most people send resupply boxes to Klondike, to the grocery store. I mean, which is good of Beth and Dave to accept that, because usually you send them to a post office and they kindly said, yeah, you can send them here, we'll store them for you, and if we're not open we'll leave them round the back in like a cooler, like a big cupboard. Well, I thought I'll reach out to them, because rather than sending a resupply box, I'd rather put my money into their pockets than Walmart and US Postal Service. So over the course of a couple of weeks I was speaking to Beth with email, and she said, yeah, not a problem, if you get here we'll open the store, sort of thing, because I'm staying the night. I'm camping there with them. They've also got a few lodges for rent that look really nice. So obviously the people that stay in the lodges are going to need to get the supplies. So anyway, so that's where I am with that. I rang Beth up back in Superior, just said, look, yeah, I'm going to be here on the 28th probably, and she sent me an email back after Christmas saying, look, we're going out to our supplier. Is there anything you need, in particular? Bless her. We'll get it for you and keep it for when you get here, And I told her the truth. I said, no, I'll eat anything. I'm not a fussy eater. I just said I'm going to need 6 days supply, basically ramen, tuna packets or spam, loads of snacks and protein bars, that sort of stuff. So I'm about 4 miles away. Like I say, I'm following this tool track. Look, see that tool track? I've been following that now for about a mile, just over a mile. Oops, it's my head. And then I pick up with a dirt road that'll take me into Klondike, where this video is going to end in Klondike. I might give it a quick look round, and hopefully if they've got Wi-Fi, I don't know, I'm guessing they must have if they've got email addresses or broadband. I don't know what they've got. If it's strong enough, I'll be able to upload some more videos for you. So yeah, catch you all later. Well, I've arrived in Safford. That's the Klondike Ranger Station, and this is Klondike Road. It's the main road through Safford, so I just need to find the grocery store now. I think it's down there. It's a bit quiet. Well, this is the grocery store. Literally, I've only come from there. Look, that's the ranger station, and this is Klondike Ranger Station, and this grocery store, which is shut. It's not open while Thursday. But like I say, I've already reached out to Beth and Dave, the people that run this, and I'm going to be camping here tonight, so I'm guessing their place is round back somewhere, so I'll see if I can find them. Okay, this is me around the back of the grocery store in Klondike. I've been sat here for a while because Beth and Dave are actually out in Safford at the minute getting some supplies, so I need to wait for them to get back. It looks like there's a really good strong Wi-Fi signal. I'm getting 3 full bars, but unfortunately I don't know the password for it, so I've not been able to do any work. But I am sleeping here tonight. I'm camping here tonight. There's a huge yard over there. I won't show you it because it's just the sun's just gonna flare it all out, flare my film out. But I mentioned earlier about most people sending resupply boxes here, and this is where they put them in the back, look, because obviously this is only open 4 days a week. And today's one of the shut days, closed days, look, but there you go. So if I'd have sent a resupply box, it would be in there amongst all that, but I didn't, so I need to buy supplies. So there we go. This will be my last video on this actual leg of the journey, unless something else happens between now and tomorrow. I've had a bit of bad news about the trail conditions, but I'll go more into that tomorrow. So anyway, I'll catch you all later.